Good mythical morning to everybody watching this video. We have a brand new hero for Marvel Rivals and it's Hitscan and her name is ELSA Bloodstone. Yes, I just woke up, but I slept very well and I'm very excited to actually showcase this hero because it's a little bit different than the previous few, and the main reason for that is we don't have 20 million abilities. Quite the opposite. I think this hero is really simple but hard to master, which is my favorite type of character in any game that I play on stream. Thank you, Elsa. I do want to point out that this hero is very combo heavy and it is very fun. I tried her out a bit in practice range just to get a feel of her abilities. I think they're really fun. I think if you enjoy hit scan, if you enjoy doing combos, if you enjoy skill expression, Elsa is for you. Elsa is very expressive in the sense that the way you use your abilities, the way you farm your passive, the way you combo stuff is very important, and you have high damage output if you actually manage to pull it off. Enough said, let's get into the actual character. Let me explain what they do. First, let me press F1. She has a difficulty of 3 stars, and these are her abilities. I know it looks scary. Ignore the team up ability. It's not that scary. It's just a bunch of flavor text, and the abilities have a bunch of flavor text as well. I'm going to break it down. It's really simple. It does say that she has 2 guns. That's not entirely true. She has 1 gun. This is her main gun. It has 2 shots every time you press mouse 1 or primary fire if you're in console. You can't swap, right? Why does she have 2 guns then? Well, whenever she uses some abilities, she actually whips out her other gun and she gets only 1 shot. Let's just start with her right click. And her right click is this. It's a bullet that splits. When it splits and you shoot the target, you get movement speed. So they get marked and you get movement speed, right? Now, this ability is good because you can just mark somebody and then you use that for more movement speed. It also, let me just double check here, gives you bonus health. Yep, correct. Deals extra damage to shields. If an enemy has a shield up, this is going to do extra damage. Hard to test right now, but I assume it's going to be a significant amount. And let's not forget the shields as well, right? Now, you might have noticed that I have a passive. The passive is fully charged up. What does the passive do? If I change characters here because I won't have no passive, I'm going to show you my next ability. I need to because the passive is connected to it. Whenever you use your shift dashes and then you can use your other gun. It has an 8-second cooldown, which is really bad. And it feels really bad because this character likes to move a lot. If you get a kill, you charge up your passive by 1. Now, your dash is 6 seconds. If you get another kill, your dash is now 4 seconds. If you get one more kill, it is now 2 seconds. You might have noticed that it also resets the cooldown of my dash. I do want to point out that having 3 stacks of your passive reduces your dash by 6 seconds. This is insane. You don't have to get kills. As a matter of fact, you can just shoot enemies and farm up your passive, but you do lose charge every single time you die. So, don't die. Shoot enemies. Get a kill. Increase the strength of your shift. And again, your shift, just a dash and a shot. That's it. The other gun, to be honest, the shot of the other gun, it's a shotgun. Her other gun only gets 1 shot every time you use an ability. You can keep it for a few seconds, like 8 seconds, yeah? 6 seconds. So it's good because you don't need to reload. It's also good because you can shoot, shift, shoot. You know what I mean? So if I can shoot, shift, shoot, pretty good. Without headshots, without anything. And it cannot headshot, okay? No headshot. You can farm your passive. Let me see how it's called. Inherited Instinct. Another way. Let me just die. And this is going to be a perfect way for me to discuss the other ability in her arsenal. This other ability in her arsenal is actually a little trap. And when you press it... Now, when you press it, it's on the ground. And you might wonder, okay, isn't that easy to dodge? Well, it is invisible to enemies and invulnerable to enemies. So once it's on the ground, nobody can actually see it. From what I read here, it becomes invisible and invulnerable. And that means that you can put it on very important chokes and just kind of do your own thing. It does say once deployed, though, it becomes invisible and invulnerable. And it does have HP on the bottom left, so I don't know who to trust, right? Let me just test it, actually. I think once it's triggered, I think once it's like set, it becomes invulnerable and invisible. But either way, I digress. What does the trap do? It roots them, right? So they can't move. And you can dash into enemies. An enemy's trapped. You see, you can just dash into them. Let me try again. They get trapped. Pretty good. And because they're rooted, you can hit your headshot pretty consistently. That is a lot of damage. Her gun is deadly. Like, if you manage to hit 2 headshots with this, they're dead. And this is super easy to do with a trap. So the character has huge damage output, and she is very cheeky, mate. Right? Outside of the trap and the dash, we have another dash. So the way this dash works is you uppercut them, you can shoot with your shotgun, and then you can follow up, boop them, and shoot your shotgun again. So if you want to really be cool, you can boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like you can combo your shotgun with your two chunk of shots to do a lot of damage. So you just dash, and then you can dash away. So you can use this for escape, right? You can use this for escape. If I use it as a normal ass ability without the increased cooldown, I can use it as an escape because the distance I traverse is quite ridiculous. So even if I trigger my movement speed and then I do my dash and then I do my other dash and then I do my 2-second dash and I have another 2-second dash, you get the idea. I can move a lot. I can move a lot. I can do a lot of stuff. I can traverse terrain, go anywhere, and I can do a lot of damage. She's very dangerous. She has 275 HP as well. So I do believe this character is quite strong. Before we actually discuss how strong she is, let's talk about her oath. And her oath might look familiar to you. Now, I do want to point out that this oath does not stop at any point. He just charges forward. Like my ranked teammates, he just keeps going. Whenever he hits terrain, he does a big chungus bite, right? So this by itself isn't too crazy. Can you boop people off the map? You can boop them off the map as well. And I do want to point out that he loves going up and down, right? Let me just get a better example of him pulling people off the map or pushing them off the map. Bye-bye. Where is he going? Okay. But yeah, you can push people away. The chungus dude, the big chud that's charging, he does take damage. This by itself isn't too strong, right? Because people can just walk away and like they just take a little bit of damage. It's not that scary, I know. But what's really scary is the fact that I can do this. I can pull them towards me and they're just stunned. They're just stunned. Like, if you catch half their team with this from far away, you can be shooting them while this guy is charging them backwards. Like, I can be a terrorist. That is quite strong. Because I feel like if you have hands and eyes, you are definitely getting a kill. And when he lands next to you, he actually does his swipe attack, which means bonus damage, and then you can combo the enemies, and you can even place a trap below you if you feel really cheeky. So I can just place this. I hope this works. I haven't tested it. And then wait for this guy to come over, and then they get trapped again. Yeah, either way, I think people are gonna hate this ult. I think this ult is an absolute menace. In some maps where there's like big edges, if you just send this and you catch enemies, they're dead. You catch people off guard super far away, they're dead. I do want to point out again, you can shoot the ult, so you need to be careful where you send it. But if you use it correctly, you can get a lot of kills. You can even solo with somebody, honestly. Like just catch the annoying Jeff running around, spitting on everybody. Whatever, just kill him. Who cares? Just kill him. But I think it's a cool character. There isn't much more to say. You're gonna have some hit scan demons just playing the character and figuring it out the best combo, figuring out how to play them, and that's awesome. I think it's a cool character. I know people are gonna complain it's a duelist. I think it's fine. I think we've had a lot of supports. I think we've had a lot of tanks. It's hit scan slop. Not gonna lie, it's hit scan slop, but it's fine. It's not hella hit scan slop. It's not Phoenix hit scan slop. It's kind of a mixture between dive and hit scan, because it doesn't really feel like you are playing just a character that it is supposed to just poke forever. It feels like you are supposed to be a little bit more aggressive and look for opportunities and dive people, and that's cool. That's cool. I enjoy that. Now she has one more thing, and it's her team up, and her team up is this. Boom. Right click. And you might have noticed, and you might have been, Bogur, what does it do? Well, it just applies a little chunk of stun on the enemies when you use your living bullet. And also slowing them and damaging nearby enemies. Yep. That's it. That's her team up. It just buffs her right click. I think it's kind of strong. Maybe. If Deadpool is good next season, mid-season, but I don't think so because the changes are kind of mediocre. The patches are kind of mediocre, so I don't think Deadpool is going to be that crazy. It's quite good because you can apply to a lot of people if they're stacked, and now everybody's going to have ads played on their screen, which is quite annoying. I do think it's a good team up, but it's very bare bones, it's very basic. It's nothing too crazy. Well, that's about it for Elsa. Let me show you her Lord icon, and that a lot shorter than the other video about Deadpool. A lot shorter. Let me just show you everything about her. So this is her year 1 Bloody Barrage MVP screen, and then these are the skins. This one looks very familiar to me. It reminds me of a certain franchise. And you have this, and you have the emote. Awaken the Lion, which is, I think, for everybody. And she's eating a sandwich. Beautiful. Wow. But these are the proficiency awards. I like the prompts. And this is her Lord icon. And this is her animated Lord icon. And yeah, that's it. I actually managed to do this in one try. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you at the preview stream. See you for the next mid-season. And bless your channel's lives, okay?